Eureka by James Baldwin. James Baldwin was an administrator, educator, editor, and a writer of children's books. He was famous for his retellings of legends, mythology, biography, and folklore. So, this story starts with the king of Syracuse. The name of the king is Hero. He ruled a very small country, and for that reason, he wanted to wear the biggest crown in the world. So King Hero decided to call a famous goldsmith who was skillful in all kinds of fine work and told him to make a crown which will be of 10 pounds of pure gold. Told the goldsmith to make sure that every grain of the gold he gives should be there and it should not be mixed with any other metal. So the goldsmith gives him the assurance that within 90 days he will make his crown, which will be made of 10 pounds of pure gold without mixing any other metal. And the pure gold will exactly be of the same weight, that is 10 pounds, when he returns it back. So days passed, and 90 days later, finally the goldsmith kept his word and he brought the crown. Indeed, it was a beautiful piece of work. Those who saw it said it's one of the best crown in the world. Though King Hero felt a little uncomfortable when he wore the headpiece, but he was also sure that no other king had such a beautiful crown. So, though he was uncomfortable, but he was happy wearing that. After that, King Hero weighed in his own skills and was impressed that the goldsmith had kept his word. The 10 pounds of gold that he had given was exactly as heavy as he had ordered. In the king's court, there was a wise man whose name was Archimedes. So he was called by the king to admire the crown. So when he was looking at the crown very closely, he said that the work is beautiful, but he was doubtful about the gold. He said to King Hero that maybe all gold is not there. King got a little shocked and asked to Archimedes why does he think that way, because he has already weighed it on his own scale. But Archimedes gave the reason that when he was giving the 10 pounds of gold, it had a rich red color. But now it is not red at all. It's a brilliant yellow color. So Archimedes had a doubt that maybe the goldsmith has kept out a pound or two of the gold and made up the weight by adding brass or silver. The more the king thought about the matter, the more disappointed he was getting. So he asked Archimedes to find out whether he had cheated or not, whether the goldsmith had mixed any other metal with his 10 pounds of gold or not. But he must do this without breaking the crown. It was a little difficult to do that without breaking the crown. But Archimedes was not the kind of person who would quit. He had great interest in working out hard problems. He would go on studying until he found out some sort of answer to it. So day after day he would think about it, how to find out whether the goldsmith had mixed any metal or not without harming the crown. So one morning when he was getting ready for a bath and he was constantly thinking about the question, the great ball or tub was full of water. So as he stepped into the tub, a quantity of water flowed out upon the stone floor. Though this thing had happened before, but this time this made Archimedes think about it. So he started thinking about how much water did he display by getting into the tub. And he answered to himself that he displayed the bulk of water equal to the weight of his body. And a man half of his size would displace half as much. So now he thought that if he puts Hero's crown into the water, it would have displayed a bulk of water equal to its own bulk. So if Hero's crown is pure gold, it will displace only the same amount of water as any other 10 pounds of pure gold. But if it is mixed, if the gold is mixed with other metal like silver, it will displace a larger bulk. Saying this, he jumped out from his bathtub and, without stopping to dress himself, he ran down the streets and started shouting, Eureka! 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 Which in English means, I have found it. He got so excited of his discovery that he forgot that he was without dress and he was in front of the crowd. So next day the crown was tasted and it was found that it had displaced more water than the 10 pounds of pure gold displaced. Hence, the goldsmith's guilt was proved. But it is unknown that whether the goldsmith was punished or not. Though the crown was worth it, but Archimedes' discovery in the bathtub was far more worth than his crown. So this is all about the story.